Tim, are we good? Are we good, Tim?
Yes.
We are.
Maybe.
I see a Trevor Jr. in the chat.
Wait, Trevor Jr.
That's
Or
Rover.
From the future.
Yeah.
So I guess we should probably start the show, right?
Let's do it.
So it's been a while. It feels like it's been a month.
It's only been a week. We were here last week. What are you talking about?
Where was I at? I was in California.
That's the question we're always asking you, Jordan. Where were you?
Mentally, I'm never here. But anyways, guys,
That's
welcome to episode 13 of Uncalled For, where every single week we get together and talk about random garbaggio on the internet. That's a good term for it. There was one, I forget exactly what I said. It was the episode that we started putting up for this week. And I started out saying good morning gamers, and then you guys were questioning what if they're not gamers. And I said, okay, well then hello all you people, good afternoon or good morning to all you people in Cyberville land. And then Tim goes, you have to start every show like that now, but I forgot exactly what I said. So we're here. We're here with
just
this
shows
one.
how much of a failure you are.
We're here with this one. So
Love you, Jordan.
you guys are so mean. So who's gonna go first?
Doesn't
Logan?
really matter. Draw numbers from a hat.
Actually, hey Trevor,
hat.
pick 1 through 4. 2. Weston, you're it.
All right.
Oh, I'm number 2?
Yep.
Yeah, because we all know you're never gonna be good enough for number 1.
Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry. Don't put your insecurities onto me, Jordan. Don't put your insecurities on me.
Jordan, that was mean.
Yeah.
What are you guys mean to me?
We don't
We're
just do that.
We're just
We're-
realistic with you.
We're honest and realistic.
Like how the turntables. Jordan
I mean,
goes
Weston's
up.
sometimes mean. He just kind of goes overboard, but everyone else is just realistic.
Okay. Well, I am sorry. I love you, Weston. What is your topic, my good sir?
All right, so I actually just determined mine earlier today when I was at the doctor's office. I was sitting in the waiting room.
Hold on, before we go on, we just want to make sure. Are you dying?
Well, yes, but at a slow rate. Okay.
Okay, so like nothing. You weren't at the doctor for anything serious.
Normal
okay.
checkup. Okay.
Okay, so
He
you're not
would,
dying.
he would
Of
never
course.
tell us if it was anyway.
You're
We'd
right.
just
You just
figure
get
he'd be dead one day, and we'd just figure it out.
We'd
from a
find
phone
out a
call or
week and a
something.
half later. Yeah.
No, you'll
that's
see
true.
my obituary in the paper,
We'll
and
just
then you'll
like
know.
be walking through the cemetery one day, and we'll see Weston's grave.
Wait,
It's
do you just casually stroll through the cemetery?
They're
Like,
lowering the casket
Well,
in.
well,
right
Weston
there.
wouldn't have a funeral or anything. He gone.
I just like the fact that
Not
Logan
wrong.
just casually strolls through the cemetery at least once a week.
You're just visiting family, like there, whatever. You
Nick
know?
lives
So-
across.
Yeah, have
from
you
it
seen
now.
Nick's new house?
I've not.
Yeah, Nick lives across the street from the cemetery.
Oh, does he really? I'll have to go check it out. But anyways, Weston.
All right. So, and of course, as you guys know, if you go to the doctor's office, you're gonna have a long wait time if you show up on time. Which, if you show up late for, they get extra pay from you. So you got to show up on time, and if you do, they make you wait the time that you would have been late for anyway. So quite annoying. But so I was talking to this. I was actually talking to a kid that was there because I love kids. Okay, I love chatting with them because they have some of the coolest thoughts and ideas.
They were sharing a coloring book.
Don't go that way, please.
They're eating
Okay.
I
cannibals.
saw
So-
you smiling over there, Jordan Tom.
I
So-
did
I
nothing.
look-
Did you not call him Jordan
I
Thomas?
almost did.
So anyway, this
almost
kid
did.
Was reading
I
a
just
book
met
about
Jordan
outer
not too long ago.
space, and he was asking me.
I
So
was like, wow.
he was clearly interested in like Mars and the colonization effort and all of that. He was asking me, would I ever go off the planet and live on another planet if they were able to establish a livable environment?
Yes.
My question is, would you guys go? And if not, what would it take to actually get you to a point where you would
Dude,
go?
I would 100% go.
So, just no matter what the conditions were, you would leave.
What kid
Yes.
was this that came up with this?
Well, what
this
was the
conversation?
pretext to getting to that part of the conversation?
I saw he was reading a book.
The
Oh.
kid started out with saying, yeah, America right now is kind of depressing. And Weston goes, yeah, but Joe Biden's on Mars. And so he's like, hey, I'll go to Mars. Get away from him. He won't sniff my hair up there.
No, he was reading a book about space.
Yeah, Jordan.
So,
Oh.
The Final Frontier.
Oh.
so I get a yes from Jordan.
Absolutely, yes.
It
So
depends. I need more specifics.
So the one thing that we had discussed, like, yes, I sat here and had a pretty decent discussion with him. This kid loves space, okay? So you're saying the planet was habitable for humans. It
Am I
had
allowed to ask
oxygen,
how old this kid was?
Huh?
How old was this kid?
Probably somewhere between 13 and 15, I would estimate.
Okay.
To be fair, my cousin that just moved to Sioux Falls, his 9-year-old daughter loves space, is fascinated with it, and will talk about space all day.
Okay.
So I get it.
I definitely wasn't that kid at that age.
No, I wasn't either, but her life goal, she told me, like her number one goal for life is to be the first person to bake a cake on Mars. That's
cool
that's
goal.
like her number one goal. So I get it. Kids that age love conversations like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
So, and like, we actually sat down and we actually established some rule sets for what it would actually take to get us to go. So, like, for me, I require oxygen, livable area, and I want to make sure there are no creatures that I just absolutely could not defend against, because you do not know what's out there. But even then, I don't know. Sometimes I think humans are worse than some of the worst monsters out there. So,
We are the worst monsters.
Yep.
so I don't know. What about you, Logan? If it was livable conditions, you don't have to live in like a dome or anything like that. Would you leave Earth to live on another planet?
I think it definitely depends, like how much better it is. Like, I think if we're thinking of just Mars, no, just because I don't know, like Mars just is a desert. Like, and if we're saying it's hot, like hospitable and stuff, that's fine. But like,
It couldn't be anything.
Well, I mean,
known
once you
because
put
we
an
don't have anything
atmosphere in
known
there.
that's livable
Yeah.
anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, probably not. I mean, I just don't really see the point. Like, and you'd have to. How long of a travel would that be?
It's like what,
Well,
4 years?
years.
Yeah, like
To
4 years
Mars
of your
is
life
4
just
years,
to move.
but
Yeah.
Like,
going
nah.
outside of
So,
Mars.
assuming it
to a
wouldn't be
livable,
like
habitable
years to
planet.
get there,
Okay.
like imagine we're talking like Star Wars travel type,
Okay, so like
something like that,
You can go light speed.
light speed,
something like
Alright.
that, or like subspace travel, maybe Stargate, whatever, to get there.
Harry Potter style, just boom.
Or it's
I mean, if we're talking Star Wars,
or it's
Leviosa.
like getting into cryospace and like 960 some years later you wake up.
Like Disney.
but then
So many
like,
things can go wrong.
Most assuredly.
I've seen too many movies.
Yeah, I've seen Passenger. It can go wrong.
So, Dan, what's your answer?
Probably not.
No.
Why not though?
Like I just said, like too many things can go wrong. I'm just being realistic.
Yeah, I think.
Why would I chance it for possibly nothing? Who knows? Has this place been established as, for years and years and years as a new utopia or something, or is it we just got there and we're terraforming?
Let's say that they're not, like, it's somewhere in the middle. Like, it's not the beginning, but it's not the end,
I
right?
just need lots of
Would that be
more
fair?
facts and info on this.
I mean, you guys can kind of come up with your own requirements if you want.
Even if it was just the beginning, I think that'd be super cool. I would go. Straight up. I wouldn't even think twice about
You
it.
would also die.
Is Elon Musk in charge? That's the real question.
I do have Dogecoin, so
we're,
I will be
We're
rich.
driving Teslas there, man.
There we go. No, I just think like
Solar power.
there's just no benefit to it. Like
Yeah,
Earth
that'd
is
be-
fine.
That'd be my question. Like,
Depends
why?
on if Earth is dying or not, and that's why people are going there.
Yeah.
What's that movie?
Which one? There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Interstellar?
them.
Interstellar. That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where there's the blight and drought, and literally everyone is dying on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just
In
where
that
my mind
case,
That would
oh
be a
yeah, then
reason.
I would. But like, if we're saying like Earth is fine, then no, I'm not gonna just go for no reason. Because it's not like. you say,
Especially
like-
if it's like Mars, where it's literally there's nothing there. There's no atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like one puncture in a suit, everyone's dead. So
Well, like I was saying,
So
this
many
is
things
to
can go
a
wrong.
habitable location where you
You're
don't
right.
have to live
So I
in
mean that,
domes or something.
assuming
like that.
there'd be an atmosphere then, and there'd be gases
So-
contained in the atmosphere and all
Like
that.
I think
so
the
I-
only-
Nowhere.
only way I would do it is if like everybody I knew did it, because like it's not like
I'll do it if you do it.
Well, it's like because if you think about it, it's not like
Someone's a
so a
follower.
lot of my family's from Georgia. I can take that 16-hour drive down there and visit them. I'm not gonna sit there and go through space just to visit people. Like that's way too long of a travel. And so you probably would never.
it's
see
called video calls, sir.
Yeah, but
Don't
I
even know how
I
that
like
would
being
work
in
across
person.
space.
quantum entanglement, communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100%. I say yes. I would go. No questions asked. Just because I've been fascinated. Like I love that stuff. It'd be so cool. Just be like, yeah, I was one of the first people ever to set foot on Mars. Like I helped, create this whole new planet. I think that'd be cool.
Well, the planet's been there for
I was
quite
gonna
a while.
say, you're not creating a
create
planet.
livable space on this planet, like
Sure,
a new
sure.
planet for humans.
So
you know
you're,
what I
you're
mean?
founding
biodome.
a livable area on another planet.
Yes, I think that'd be super cool.
Fair enough.
I've seen
Fair
too
enough.
many movies. I'm gonna wake up and be in this ship in Pandorum, and it's gonna
If you
suck.
give me a Millennium Falcon, I'll do it. And a lightsaber.
Yeah, but I
could
mean,
start the Jedi Order. I'd be
would
down
you
for
do the
that.
Kessel Run?
Yeah, I would. I'd do it.
Don't lie. You die.
No, he wouldn't.
You're not Han Solo. You die.
He cheated
Is what,
anyway.
12?
So,
You die.
12 parsecs?
yeah,
See, I don't think you could do it though.
I think I could.
Tim, what would you do?
I gotta turn my stuff on first.
That is so sad.
Well, I was just kind of sitting there enjoying it, but no, I probably wouldn't. I'm probably on Logan and Dan's, more towards Dan. Like, why?
I'm sorry, I'm a realist.
Like-
Okay, Mr. Negativity.
Well,
Trevor.
it's
too.
not,
It's
it's not negative. I just say
I'm with Logan. It's like if I don't have to leave, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, there's no point.
I see Hannah's kind of in the middle boat there. Well, you see, if Hannah goes, you got to go too, Trevor. So
That's true. You
Not
are.
necessarily.
That's means for divorce.
here, Dan. I'll let you handle these. That way,
We're getting
the
a
crowd and
divorce
the
because I'm
camera
moving
can see
to
it.
Mars.
Hey, last time I checked, that's on the bells.
So-
Here, how does everyone feel about Dan and I's opinion? I need the cue card.
Yay.
What about Jordan's opinion?
Boo. Boo, you stay.
Thank you, Hannah.
So, I don't know. I don't think I've even shared my thought.
Yeah,
on
what do
it
you think,
yet.
Weston?
So,
Oh yeah, it's your topic. Hold
Yeah.
up.
So my thought on it was actually kind of a combination of the above. It depends on
Cop
why
out.
we are actually going. If there is a reason that's actually going to save the planet,
Yeah.
like we're overpopulating and we need to spread out in order to sustain the Earth, yeah, I'd go, but I want to make sure that I'm not the only person I know going.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would hope that my family and friends would be going as well.
I'm right there with you, bro.
But at the same time, I also
Everyone else stays. They just want to get rid of you guys.
then again,
Throw a
you know,
party on Earth
Okay,
afterwards.
if
On the
Jordan
same
was your
note-
one friend going, would you go?
It was you and Jordan on a
If
desert
it was
planet.
just you, you two.
Okay, it was just the two of us. I don't know.
Elon Musk came up and said, "You two are being picked to go be the first people on this planet together."
Prestige, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Can
I
we
don't know
pick
if it's
someone
worth
else
it.
to go with?
Regardless,
And
though,
Jordan only goes if Weston goes. He needs both.
Oh,
well,
it's
of course,
all
he
or
couldn't
nothing.
survive without me. So,
That's true. Weston's pulling the weight of that couple for sure.
why do you think I'm so hesitant to go?
Exactly.
I'm not that dumb.
Yes, you just keep telling yourself that, friend. I love you.
Why do we do this show every week? Why?
Because you're a masochist. You love the abuse.
That is true.
You need a laughter cue card for us.
It just says LOL.
Oh,
So, but regardless, I'd actually just preferred if the dumb people left and just left the Earth to those of us who weren't so dumb. That'd be my
Oh
preference.
yeah, we just see a civilization crumble on a different planet. It'd be amazing.
that would be
Right.
We're sitting there with popcorn.
Like a top like TV series. Just watch Mars die.
Right.
Mars fails.
that would be
I'm
awesome.
down for that.
I'd be down for
That'd
that
be
too.
cool.
That'd be my personal preference, and that's actually what I told the
You
kid
can't
as well.
you can't tell me you wouldn't enjoy that, Jordan.
But he said, "Let's send the stupid people." Looked right at me. So now I'm really starting to question this now.
Okay, Jordan, you love The Office, right?
Yes.
This is your chance to be in an Office-style documentary of how you destroyed Mars.
That's actually a good show idea. Like,
You
Let's
just
get
Jim face it every time when you do something stupid.
It'd be like a mix between
Space Force
yeah,
and
like The Office and
Yeah.
Space Force, exactly. Dude, I need to get season 2 of that downloaded whenever it comes out. But that's beside the point. I need that show. That show's so funny.
it's pretty good.
Well,
So,
got
regardless,
our answers. Got our answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 100% yes. I
Big
wouldn't even
no
think
for
twice.
me. Big
Most
no
likely
for me.
not.
Yeah, probably not for me.
That is so sad.
I have situations where I would, but not every situation.
And what was Trevor and Hannah?
What's
The
the audience
No
say?
and maybe.
Undecided.
No
The
and
audience was
maybe.
no and
Are they ghosting behind you on the camera? Because that would just
I
be
can't really
Hannah
tell
is, I
because if I
think.
turn around, it like messes with it.
No.
Hannah, move.
She just like shows up like a ghost. I love
She's
it.
crawling out of Dan's hip pocket.
Also, someone in chat said that I'm more like a
You're more of a
Kevin from
Kevin.
The Office. I actually would not deny that. I'm gonna be honest.
It's basically how you live right now. No
Yeah, no arms or legs is basically how you exist right now, Kevin. You don't do anything. True.
All right, so should we move on to the
Yeah,
next
should we get to
one?
the next topic?
Daniel.
Is it me?
Go,
I don't
Dan.
know. I just said a
Let's do
name.
it to it.
Yeah, go for it.
My topic is really exciting for me actually. I think for you too.
It is for
Weston.
me as well.
might like
you might as well just go
You
and
got
Wait,
color
wait,
book?
wait, is it anime?
Yes.
It is.
Oh
it
my
anime?
god. Okay.
Kind of.
Well, it's manga anime.
Yeah.
So.
So
Enjoy.
I think it was the third. A couple days ago, it was the 35th anniversary of Shonen Jump, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
But it was the 20th anniversary of Bleach, and Kubo, who is the creator of Bleach. What is
Oh
happening
wait, hold
over
on.
there?
So Trevor's taking over Tim Cam.
Trevor's taking over Tim K.
What
Trevor's
is going
taking-
on?
Hit Tim Cam.
Trevor's joining the conversation.
Oh,
right
for
there.
anime
Or
stuff.
anime
Yeah.
There you go.
bros.
Hi, Trevor. How you doing?
Hi,
Hi, Trevor.
I don't
All right.
like this.
The anime
Okay.
boys, let's go.
So it was the 20th anniversary of Bleach a couple days ago.
Okay.
And just for those who don't know, the manga for Bleach ended 5 years ago, and it was, final kaput kind of thing. But the creator Kubo came out with a 73-page manga chapter 2 days ago for the 20th anniversary. Brand new manga, the first in 5 years, so that's crazy.
Super
And
exciting.
so I read it, of course. It was awesome. And at the end, it announces a brand new manga arc. So the Bleach manga is coming back after 5 years.
That's awesome.
New anime coming probably next year. Very, very, very excited. So Howl from the Jaws of Hell arc. So we're going back to Hell.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So very, very, very excited.
I just got back from California though. Now I have to go there again.
Yeah, go back.
God
Yeah.
dang it.
So very, very excited. I don't know, just you haven't watched Bleach yet,
No,
Logan.
I want to
so
watch it.
and Trevor's watched just a little bit of it.
So,
But
they,
so
they,
you won't know
guys
too
don't
much.
quite
But
understand the level of excitement that we share on this
my
one.
favorite. I'm so hyped for this.
So, my one question about it is it going to continue from the end of the Blood War arc? So is it gonna be
there's a
direct
there's
continuing from where they
a
are?
tiny bit of a time skip between. So like the manga 686 I think is the last part of the manga, which there's a bit of a time skip from the 1,000-year Blood War arc because spoilers, don't want to.
Yeah, so spoiler warning.
So and so is married and have a kid, and so is married
Yeah.
and have a kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where they're starting off at.
So is it like Boruto of Bleach?
No,
Okay.
No,
it's still awesome.
Roast and
But
Boruto.
no,
this isn't just a total copy of the previous
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
anime. So,
So I don't know. You guys don't know anything, so I might spoil a little bit.
You guys don't know anything. Wow, that hurts.
I do have a question. So
Yeah.
I was talking to Weston about Bleach the other day, and you said something about the anime kind of ends at like not like it's a definitive ending, but like it kind of just ends. Is
Well-
that where the manga ends too then?
No.
no.
So it
no,
doesn't
They
go-
had.
It ends in an
Quite a
arc
bit.
before the biggest arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, that's part of what I was always sad about from before, because
Why
the
did they not
1,000-Year
finish it?
Blood War
Because-
arc is really cool.
Yeah, because Shonen Jump wasn't happy with like Bleach sales and stuff. They were too busy with like One Piece and Naruto and other things.
Mhm.
And they literally gave Kubo, the creator, like 2 weeks to finish everything.
Dang.
And so the end of 1,000-Year Blood War arc, which was the last that he wrote,
Mm-hmm.
is so like rushed, bad. Like things
It
are
is
left
forced.
open totally. That's why there's a time skip,
Mm.
and you see like the happy ending kind of thing, which really sucks. So anime's come back, manga's come back, so we're hoping that this is his chance to flesh out everything he wants and what fans want and stuff. So
Gotcha. So you think it's gonna go back to that point that they kind of rushed and then start from there, or you think they're gonna start from the newest season on?
the anime specifically is starting from where they left off.
Gotcha.
So it will go into 1,000-Year Blood War arc, which it was the
'Cause-
last manga arc,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
but
'cause-
wasn't made in anime.
Yeah.
And yeah, so anime or manga is starting from where the new 20th anniversary starts or
Gotcha.
ends, I should say. Which have you read it yet, Weston?
The
20th anniversary.
No, I have not yet had a
so
chance because I want to sit
It's
down. I just
cool.
want to like savor it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's really cool. You get a little bit of fighting. Actually, you get an appearance from someone from a while ago. Obviously, it's hell, so take that for what you want.
Yeah.
And yeah, it opens up the lore a lot. Lots of crazy stuff. But
Interesting.
I was super excited about it, but I wanted to stop and wait until I had a chance to just sit down, just appreciate it and read it frame by frame. You know. Just get the most out of it.
Put your phone down, Jordan.
I am typing in chat.
No, you're just doing
No,
stupid
you're-
emotes.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you're doing.
Yeah, we know you're uncultured. It's fine.
That was uncalled for.
That's always awesome
It
though.
was
like,
true. Yeah.
How like that? It's been so long since like with the Devil's Apart timer. Because I've actually
Right?
seen that one. Like
Right?
Yeah.
when things like you don't expect to come back, that just end. Like do come back. It just.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's
Where they-
something super
Where they
exciting
stop
about
and
that.
maybe it's a studio thing, maybe it's a budget thing, or maybe it's popular like revenue thing or something. But there's like a huge cult following at least, or fandom that keeps it alive and loves it still, and then boom, it comes back for.
So is that
for
what
no
happened
reason.
with Bleach, basically? Like,
Yeah.
just the fan base kept it alive. And
I think so, yeah. Because they've been, it's been kept alive in a couple mobile games actually, and Kubo has done a few things here and there, like Burn the Witch, which was his.
so good.
His I don't know, side story kind of in the universe. Like, Bleach is about the Soul Society, which is like the Eastern, like in Japan kind of style Asian Soul Society. Burn the Witch is in London, like the
oh, gotcha.
another Soul Society.
That's cool.
So-
I like that. I like when like anime and stuff does
Yeah.
that, where like they go to a different part of the
Yeah.
world, but it's still in that world.
So it's in the world. It's totally different, but it's you see the similarities, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a one shot that he never expected to become anything more than just this little one shot, and they made a 3-part anime for it last
That's
year,
cool.
or
That's
this
cool.
year.
Was it just this year?
I think it was
That's really
at the
neat.
beginning of
It's
this year,
been a while, so
which was really cool.
it was really well done. I enjoyed it.
It gave me
It
No More Bleach
whetted-
vibes, and
yeah.
I liked it a
And
lot.
it really whetted my thirst to get even more actual
yeah.
Bleach. So
yeah.
that sounded really bad with how I just worded that.
Hey, don't drink bleach.
Please don't drink Bleach. Please.
That's
What
not
else are
what
you
it
supposed
means
to
anyway.
wash the forbidden fruit down with?
You mean your toe of Satan?
Tide Pods.
Yes,
No, you should do another Satan toe.
they are pretty.
I have 2 more.
Do it.
Yeah.
Trevor, do you want to eat a sucker with me?
No.
Oh.
I definitely think
Yeah.
that should be the next thing we watch.
I'm
I've
sad.
always been down. I always say this. I'm down to watch Bleach
Is
with
it
you
now?
guys.
Is it like 700 episodes like
It's
Naruto?
360 some.
Okay.
366 last I
Yep.
checked.
Right
Not
now.
including
Okay,
movies.
that's not terrible.
Not
Yeah,
including
there's
movies.
4 movies which are actually really good,
Are
and
they
not
canon?
all of the anime is canon.
Not all the anime.
No, not
Yeah,
all.
there are
There's
some
filler
filler.
arcs.
Oh,
Some are not that great. Some are actually phenomenal.
gotcha. And is all the movies canon, or are they?
I don't know if they're technically canon. I don't think they are, to be honest. But they're fantastic. Like,
Okay.
I would say they're definitely worth watching.
Okay.
I mean,
I have them all. So
I'd be down to watch Bleach.
Hellverse has one of the best intro battle scenes I've.
well, that
seen.
is actual canon though.
I know.
That's
but
how. That's
I'm just saying, like, that's part of what makes the movies worth
in
watching.
the
is some of
anime,
it's just
there's
so well
there's a
done.
fight scene. I think me and Weston agree is probably the best anime fight scene in anime.
I'm looking
It's
Agreed.
forward to
fantastic,
that then.
but they replay that with a little differences at 60 frames per second in the beginning of the 4th movie,
Mhm.
and it's the exact way that Kubo actually wanted it to go, like as canon in manga. So it's changed just a little bit, but it's
Okay.
like his pure vision, I guess, outside of shonen. But I don't know. Fun fact, I love it. It's great.
So well done. So well done.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to watch Bleach.
I'm down. Down. I'm always down. You know this.
And for those in the audience, just be aware the first arc is kind of slow, but it really picks up once you get going.
It's like most long shonen, where
Yeah.
the more you watch it, the better it gets. The more
Yes.
invested you get with characters,
Yep.
the more the lore
100%.
develops.
Yep.
But it's
So-
not necessarily like it's got you right away. The
Yeah.
hooks are in, you know.
Which
right.
is why I always give Trevor crap about quitting Naruto so early, because
Yeah.
like
Well, that's
you didn't
typical
get through
Trevor.
the tuning
really
exams,
is.
and it's like you gotta get through the tuning exams to really get to the like good stuff.
Yeah. You just got to get through the first Naruto anime and get into Shippuden. and
Really,
you're
the
fine.
get
Yeah.
past the first 200
Yeah. I mean,
episodes,
I
and then
like-
it gets really good.
I do like the original Naruto though.
I just hate it because like everything I see about it is just like there's so much filler. That's why I'm so hesitant.
It's
to watch
Shippuden's where the filler
Yeah,
is.
the Shippudens were.
So
the
don't worry
fillers
about that in the first.
Yeah,
first
there's like a
series.
few filler arcs,
There's a
There's
couple
not
but
much.
not
short
much.
ones,
Like
yeah.
not much.
but
at
they're
all.
not near as bad as when you get to
No,
Shippuden.
Shippuden.
And then
is
Shippuden, you
so
can always
much.
look up a guide and just skip the ones that are like. There's guides out there that'll tell you which ones are skippable and like which aren't.
And if
really
you
important.
skip them, you don't miss anything.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's what I did is I just looked at a guide for the episodes, and it says you can skip this one because this makes no impact on the story and stuff.
Just get a pillow, Jordan.
So
Take a nap.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I can't.
The men are talking about cool things.
It's true. The adults are talking here.
man,
So
Drink your G-Full.
speaking of all that, so Dan, do you think he's gonna make anything more from the Burn the Witch series?
I'm not sure. He might come. Not now, obviously.
Not right now, yes, but
I would love to see them
'Cause-
like connect somehow.
that'd be cool.
'Cause
I love.
you'd mentioned that, and I
stuff
just
like
suddenly
that.
started thinking about that. Like, I really enjoyed what he released for that, and I'm sure others did as well.
Yeah,
He's to
just
talk
about-
about it like too. Like I can't remember her name. One of the main characters in Burn the Witch talks about. She really likes the I think it's Western Soul Society, the lore. What if she wants to go and visit or something?
That's cool. I like.
Or she likes
I
that-
like that concept of how there's two
That
different
culture. So
areas that are in the same world, like in the same universe. I think that's really neat. I wish some other shows would do that too. Like my favorite anime, Tokyo Ghoul, would be cool to see like an American Ghoul or something like some like other part.
don't call it that, please.
Please don't.
I don't know, but like whatever you call it.
Sure,
Because
yeah.
obviously like like in like New York Ghoul or London Ghoul or whatever it'd be called. Like I think it'd be cool.
Tokyo Ghoul in another place. We'll just say that.
Well, you couldn't call it Tokyo Ghoul though if it's not in Tokyo.
But it is Tokyo.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Because literally
NYC.
Tokyo Ghoul is completely in Tokyo.
Tokyo Ghoul Special Victims Unit.
There we go.
Tokyo Ghoul 90210.
But no,
Tim,
I like that.
what's
That's cool.
Let's not.
Yeah, I'm super hyped. I'm very very excited.
Same. Like I said, I'm looking forward to actually being able to sit down and just read that new chapter
hmm
and enjoy it and savor it.
I'm gonna
That's neat.
read through the rest of the manga, the 1,000-Year Blood War. I didn't read through it all, so before the anime, I think I'm gonna go into.
That ending was definitely forced, so you could feel it.
I love so many things.
So I really hope they give him an opportunity to go back and actually rewrite that ending the way he wanted it. I really hope
Flesh it
so.
out, you know.
I still find it so interesting. Like everybody talks like as part of like the big three, right? But it's like that one got.
It's a good conversation. That's one of my topics actually, but we can go into it a little bit, I guess. No, there's reasons for why it was the popularity wasn't the same as like One Piece and Naruto.
Does it have to do with some like the arcs and stuff, or like how?
No,
Yeah.
it's like time slots and what it was shown on.
Gotcha.
See, you remember after school like Toonami and stuff,
Yes,
right?
Toonami.
One Piece and Naruto were on that.
Yes.
Bleach got pushed to Adult Swim,
Yeah.
which
I
was
do
late
remember
at
that.
night where people, a lot less viewers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like there's actually a science to it. Like it's pretty interesting. We'll talk about it more sometime. But
Okay. Yeah.
I will say this though, for as popular as One Piece is, Bleach is so much better. So
I would
much
agree.
better in my opinion. It has better animation, it has overall better storytelling.
So it's the best of the big three. You would think?
I think
would
so.
argue that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I know there are some people who are just like diehard, like go One Piece. I mean, it's going for about 1,000 episodes now, and I enjoyed it through probably the Skypiea arc. But
Yeah.
after that, the storytelling just falls apart.
Jordan's ready for this to end.
I'm texting Tim about how to make him a moderator on this channel because he's not
But
a
yeah,
mod.
Bleach. I don't know. It's a really cool story.
I'm also learning how to ban
and
people.
Kubo is my favorite mangaka. Like the artist, like his character design is the best out of anything that I watch.
That's awesome.
I think it's fantastic. He does fight scenes and like explosions and all that kind of stuff, environmental effects. He does that. That's probably the best I think I've ever seen too in manga. It's really really good. I may be biased, but
Yeah.
definitely
So now
take a look.
I'm kind of picking your brain here. Was
Yeah.
that the first anime you saw? Was Bleach?
First like anime I watched as an anime.
Gotcha.
You know, I saw DBZ. I saw
Yeah.
Escaflowne, Sailor Moon, all that stuff that was on Toonami or
Yeah.
after school. All that stuff I saw, but that was just cartoons for me back then, you know,
Yeah.
because I was pretty young. But Bleach was the real first anime that I watched for anime's sake.
Gotcha. Because I feel like going to like the big three. I think it depends which one you started with. I think.
Sure.
Well, I
yeah.
started with One Piece, so that
Yeah.
was the first one I watched as an anime. Kind of the same as you. I've seen a whole bunch before, and I will tell you this: having I am caught up on One Piece, and it hurts me to say that because it is such a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Like I have this really sad hope deep in my soul that it'll get as good as it used to be, and that's why I keep holding on. It's kind of like almost like gaslighting me, if you will.
Yeah.
Because I remembered it being so good and I loved it so much, and then this quality just fell apart. I mean, in the Dressrosa arc, the half the episode was just recap, and it got really annoying and it just kind of broke my hope for the anime, you know.
Yeah.
And Bleach, you never had that issue. It was just, even at its worst, it was exceptional. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No.
Shut up, Jordan.
No, it's good. I recommend it a lot. Yeah, I started with that, but I watched through Naruto too when it came out, and I love Naruto.
Yeah.
I watched through Alabasta, I think, in One Piece before I stopped, and I watched a little bits more after that. But
if you go through the next arc, which should be Skypiea, that's
Yeah,
as far as you need to
I
go,
stopped
and you
during
can
that.
stop. And you've seen the best of One Piece,
And
in
you-
my opinion.
and you know my feelings toward One Piece, so
Yeah, the
But-
animation style and art style just aren't for everyone.
when
I'll
I
say
start
that.
when I start with Bleach and then I go to One Piece, you can understand my
Struggle.
hesitance, you know. But
See, I started the other way, so I was fine with it.
sure,
But I will still admit, Bleach is definitely the superior anime in quality terms.
Gotcha.
Really, it's just nostalgia that keeps me held on to One Piece. And I mean, I've been watching it for, 20 years now? Let's see, I started it back in 2001, so yeah, 20 years.
That's crazy.
You're old.
You're telling me.
I feel like though, with,
Yep.
like One Piece, you kind of have to because it's like, it's for me who's just kind of getting into anime and like getting into shows that are big that pretty much everybody's seen that's watched anime for a while. Like One Piece is something I wanted to kind of try out a little, like maybe get through that Skypiea arc, whatever. But like it's just so daunting because there's like so many episodes. It's like, at what point do you kind of, and I guess this could be a topic for another day too, but like, at what point do you say, okay, this is a show that's loved and has a good fan base, we're gonna keep it going for a while, or then say, okay, we need to end this so it's more like intro friendly, people who just want to get into it.
honestly, it's when it stops making money, so
Mm-hmm.
it makes lots of money,
It really does.
and that's why it's continuing to go. And a lot of people are on that side of things where I've watched this for this long, I might as well just keep watching it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where
I just like,
I am, but I'm hoping for it to get better again. You
I
know?
just feel it feels weird because like, that makes sense, but I also don't see a lot of people talk about One Piece.
It's
like,
because it's fallen so low
I
in
see
quality
I
over
see
the years.
Naruto talked about still so much, like
I mean, you'll find that. You just gotta look in the right places. I
Yeah.
guess. You'll find it
Mhm.
for anything. But
yeah.
I mean, there's probably more people talking about One Piece than there is Naruto, to be honest, because it's
Mhm.
probably the biggest of the big three,
Gotcha.
Mhm.
which Bleach isn't really a big three anymore. It's more
I
Black
heard that.
Clover, probably. To be
I
honest.
would say probably Black
Yeah.
Clover.
Do you think My Hero Academia is gonna be in that?
I don't know if it's gonna be long enough, really.
You don't
Yeah,
think
I
so?
just don't know.
Why would you fold the sticky note with the sticky
I'm
note?
sorry.
But,
That makes this so complicated.
You just pull it apart, dude.
oh,
But yeah, I don't know.
yeah, we'll definitely watch Bleach sometime. I'm down.
I am so down.
You just drew a picture of me getting abducted by aliens and going to Mars.
No, that's you boarding Mars Airlines.
Climb aboard my spaceship,
Okay.
head for the skies.
Well,
So,
that was
Go
my
sailing.
conversation,
Overall,
I guess.
excited for Bleach.
Right.
Excited.
So we can move on, and Jordan can join back up, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, do we really want him back though?
All right. Well, let's do Jordan's
show,
topic
kind of.
since he's been quiet for a while.
Yeah, audience
And I'll
is
finish.
through with that conversation too.
I mean, that was just so over my head that I had nothing for you. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm in the
That's
same
okay.
boat,
It's
but
probably
I'm
for the best
excited that
anyway.
you guys are excited.
I appreciate
we
that.
Yay, friendships!
I
Yeah.
I love
appreciate
that for you, Dan.
I love that for you. Love that for you, Trevor.
I love that for you, Trevor.
Jordan,
Okay, well, my topic, I guess, we can
wait,
jump in.
when did you come up with this?
5 minutes before.
Not
Was
even.
it even that?
Not even.
I think it was like 2 minutes before he hit going over to this. But it's one that I had in my note thing on my phone.
Sure.
So like it.
Sure.
Okay, so basically, when I was out in California, this idea popped in my head, and I was like, because I mean, my cousin has kids, right? And I was thinking about things that I remember from their age or whatever, like just some memories that I had. And one of his kids is 3 and one is 5. So this is really weird. It was like a weird experience. I specifically remember when I was 4, we were on vacation in the Black Hills. Okay. And, you know, there's a big macho 4-year-old at a campground.
Huge.
Thought that
Huge.
thought that I would be able to pick up this rock, and I told my brother, I go, hey Connor, I'm gonna throw this rock over your head. And so, you know, big macho 4-year-old, this rock was like this big, dude. But realistically, looking back on it, probably like this, maybe. But in my mind, it was like a boulder, right?
It's not just a boulder.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
So
I'm trying to figure out where this conversation question comes in.
This is how Jordan got first-degree murder as a 4-year-old.
So you obviously hit your brother in the head with the rock.
yes, and he had to go to the ER and get his head glued shut. But my question for you guys, and this is where this is going, is what is something that you remember doing as a child, like a really, like when you were young, like just a memory you had that you look back on it and you're like, what in God's name was I thinking? Because that's probably the stupidest thing I could have done. And I would just love to know, because like mine, obviously picking up this rock and just yeeting it over my brother's head, and then it just cracked right on top of his skull. And that might explain a few things now, but he threw a baseball bat at me. He got me back. So we
Nice.
that got me right in the back of the head in the backyard.
The first one that comes to mind, I can't say. So
Wait, hold up. Now I want to know.
I'll
You
tell
can't
off,
say
I'll
that.
tell you off stream. 'cause
No,
it's-
well now I need to know.
But does
I'll tell
everyone
you.
else
Like-
need to
Like,
know?
is it illegal?
I think we would get in trouble on Twitch.
I'm pretty
actually.
sure statute of limitations is far gone by this
No,
point.
I think
but
we would legit get in trouble on Twitch for this.
word it
Oh,
differently.
I
then.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Dan
I know
knows.
what you're
Dan
talking
knows.
about.
I told it to him yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, I've heard this story.
and
a
I
couple
don't
times.
think I don't think we. I think
No.
we'd get in trouble. You- or do you
I
think that-
literally legitimately told you don't say that on Twitch.
I know. Yeah.
Well, hold up. Now
So
I
we're
need
not
to
doing
know.
this.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait till afterwards. But
How about this? I'll tell Jordan off stream tonight, and then if Jordan says yeah, it's okay to stay, then next week we'll bring it up really quick.
Just don't do it.
Or I could just talk about it on my stream tonight.
Or that too. So but
Not
yeah,
in
I
today's
don't think
climate,
it is.
No.
Is it like a race thing?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Has yes.
Oh, that? Yeah, no.
You need to
no,
just
you
stop
don't-
right now,
You should
dude.
just stop. You really should.
Yep. No, that's what I'm gonna.
You were like 3, right?
Yeah.
oh,
Okay, well, hold on.
You were like
If you're
4,
three-
It
okay?
was like 5th grade.
Okay.
No, this
Oh,
was
what,
5th
fifth
grade? It was
grade?
older.
So you would have
getting
been in
older
5th
now.
grade. You would be like, what,
Last
11 or
year.
12?
That was 5th grade.
Trevor
Okay.
says last
No,
year.
fourth grade. My bad. 4th grade.
4th grade.
Because it was 2
Fourth
years
grade.
before I moved. So.
4th grade.
So, what is your real answer?
Well, I think he's not going to tell us the real answer.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save you.
Yeah. No.
Here,
I wasn't gonna say it.
I got one. I'll save Logan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
it's not. It's just like accidental. It's
yeah.
not a
No.
bad
Yeah,
thing,
It wasn't
but
bad. It wasn't bad.
Well, I mean, mine, I was stupid. You know, all kids jump on the bed when they're little, even though they're told not to.
One fell off and bumped his head.
That was Tim. But my
there was
parent-
only one.
But my parents had a knob dresser, and I hit every knob on the way down. My mom says it was the funniest noise she ever heard in her life. When she
Just like a...
yeah, once she realized I was gonna be okay, she said it was
Plus
the
the
funniest
crying
noise she
Tim.
ever heard.
It just... Thunk, 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 thunk.
Yeah, I think I was wrestling my cousin, and my avoidance maneuver was just bail, and I jumped backwards off and the back of my head hit every knob on the way down. Yeah, so that'd probably be mine.
That's
Like-
funny.
I don't know why I thought jumping backwards was a good move, but here we are.
That's funny.
I mean, I have quite a few, but
You have a lot of things that you did as a child that you're just like, why?
yeah.
Because that was the first one that popped into my head. And the whole reason why that
Not
thought even
necessarily
popped in
why,
was...
like, just looking back on it, that was dumb. Not crazy stuff, but accidents, kind of, you know?
Well, like what, though? Like, well, this is a topic. We need examples here, Dan.
Let's see. When was this? I was in middle school,
Ooh.
and I was at my cousin's house, and we were, like, they're on a little bit of a hill. Not like, super steep or anything, but, and we were just taking turns riding our bike and stuff. And we're going down said hill, and I was going pretty fast,
I love
and I'm
where
like,
this is going.
there's a street ahead of me, and I don't know if there was a car or I saw a car coming or something. I was like, all right, I need to stop. and I pushed the wrong set of brakes. Pushed the front brakes. And I flew and broke my wrist.
Oh no.
Did it move in slow motion when you were flying?
Yeah. I mean, it was fun until I hit the ground. And it kind of hurt. But, yeah, then I broke my wrist and had to have a cast and played a whole football season with a cast on.
Did you club people with it at least?
No, I didn't. Everyone claimed that I clubbed people. I was just like, I just played football, dude. I didn't swing it around or anything.
See,
but
my
they
whole
always tried to
thing-
get me in trouble.
Like when I was in, when did we start tackle football for NYFL? Is that 5th grade?
Usually.
6th grade?
Yeah.
It can be 3rd or 4th.
Tackle-
I started 5th grade.
Tackle
though.
5th grade, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so I ended up getting like an arm pad that I played on the line. And so anytime the ball would get snapped, my first move would be I'd take this arm pad because it wasn't going to hurt me, and I would just drill the bottom of the face mask.
Wait, so you just wore an arm pad just to wear an arm pad?
No, because I would hit people with it. And
Wait, you wore an
Pretty sure
arm
that's
pad
illegal.
just to wear an arm pad?
so it wouldn't hurt me.
You were that kid.
I was the kid that like would snap your
You're
head
the
back.
kid who pulls out brass knuckles.
You're the kid that does like the pinches leg hair in the piles, and like, or like will grab people and like pinch them just when what the refs can't see. Like you were that kid.
Why are you going to pinching?
Yeah, I guess this
Because
is-
that's what happened. I had a guy on my team that did that. We'd go into piles and he'd immediately grab like nipples or like legs.
Wait, how are you gonna? You're wearing shoes.
Hold on, with the pads.
Yeah,
The shoulder.
He would go like literally.
Up
I'm
and
not
under?
kidding. So I remember very distinctly this one game. He did it, and the other guy got up, and he's like, "What the heck, ref? He's grabbing my nipples." And the ref's like,
What?
and so the guy comes back to like we're huddling, and he's like, "Yeah, I totally did that."
That's so messed up. I'm sorry. I got a conversation. Like football stories, so we're just talking about football. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, is this your?
Storm Lake.
Oh, I thought it was. Yeah.
Storm Lake. No. I'm on the line or whatever, and like play. Ball's hiked, and like, all of a sudden this guy just drops it. Woo! Right in the nuts. I'm like, oh.
Why? Why did he do
I
that?
don't know. What a jerk. This happened to my brother one time too, and when he played football, I'm like,
Was it by Storm Lake? We're like
probably.
Jones.
I don't know.
Gotta get him.
What a jerk. Like, come on.
What a basic white guy name. We can beat him up.
I thought this was gonna be your blindside hit where
No, that one was bad too, though.
you told us this at Wings, and I
We
never
did.
laughed harder.
We don't need to talk about that.
Oh, hold on. No. Let's not.
That's not part of the conversation.
It is now.
Okay.
It is now, sir.
So we were playing Sheldon, and I was outside linebacker, and it was like a sweep to the left or whatever. So I'm running to my right, and they had a wideout out there, and our cornerback who is on him is supposed to yell out that a crack block is coming if a crack block is coming. Which means instead of him going straight out at the cornerback, he just cuts right back into the play and hits the oncoming linebacker
Yep.
for block. And Ty Wilson, who was a cornerback, didn't say a dang thing. I just got leveled, blindsided, leveled, hit so hard that my butthole hurt. Like, it was a full body stinger. I felt it everywhere, and that's just where it ended up, okay?
So you got hit in the chest
from the side,
just
leveled, hit hard, hit ground hard, like my whole body hurt.
And it hurt your booty cheeks.
No, not
Like
cheeks.
full butthole, okay? Don't ask me how that works, but it did. It
Dan's over here
was
like,
terrible.
holy crap, that's a whole lot of pain.
Yeah. It was not good.
Oh,
Don't worry. I leveled that kid. He tried it again the next play, and I leveled that kid, so don't worry about it. But
Did you at least send him to the hospital?
I was very, very angry with my teammate.
I bet.
So
Did you send him to the hospital?
I wish.
Dang.
I wish.
There was one time I actually did have someone, like, they actually had to get the ambulance on the field because of what I did to a kid, and I kind of felt bad because I was like in 4th grade or something like that, like 4th or 5th grade.
he was playing flag football, and
No, it was with the thing. Like, I ended up hitting the kid so hard that his helmet, like, hit his spine, like,
Oh my God.
like, I don't know, felt like
You're
I
not
almost.
supposed to lead with the head.
That is true.
Or your forearm pad.
You probably hit him
That's
with
how
that.
That's how I got through the line though, because they weren't gonna hit me back if I drilled their helmet.
But whatever.
Let's be
No.
real here.
Going back
Weston.
outside the football, going
Yeah.
back to that stuff
I
or
feel like
whatever
we
your
could have a
question
whole
was.
discussion about football
I have-
stories.
Oh
but-
heck yes.
Yeah, I have
we could.
one before we go to Weston. Sorry.
Oh.
This is embarrassing because it was like in 9th grade. I
God,
just
you
got
were
my
old.
Yeah, I just got like my permit. You know, is that when we got permit or 8th grade? I don't remember.
Yeah.
8th or 9th, yeah, typically.
whatever.
Yeah, it depends on how old you were in the grade.
But coming home from church one day, I drove my dad's old truck home because I needed experience or whatever. It was the first time, and I had flip flops on, and it slipped off my foot when I was pulling into the driveway.
Did you
and-
drill your dad's car?
No, and I tried to pick it up, and I hit the gas on accident and went through the garage door.
Floor it.
That was bad.
Mom, I'm home.
That was real bad. But that was a stupid one for me. But
I
sorry.
mean, that's one way to make an entrance, I suppose, right?
I think the garage door's broken.
all you Weston, all you.
Dan's like, enough about me.
Dan's like, I see. I could go on and on about stupid stuff I did as a kid, and we could go all day. But yeah, Weston, what's yours, buddy?
So, probably one of the dumbest things that I did as a child, just one of. I also have a long slew of them.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when I was really young, I guess that never changed, but from a very young age, fascinated with superheroes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, out in front of my grandmother's house, there was a big tree, okay? And I loved climbing it and pretending I was a superhero that's going to go save people, okay? So I would run along the branches, jump off onto the garage or some other building, and then I would actually jump off the building and actually try to pretend like I was saving someone.
How did you not die?
That's what I want to
Parkour.
know.
Parkour.
Like, I had so
Parkour,
many scrapes and scratches. And eventually, I don't know when, but it was like I'd done this for like 2 or 3 summers because that's when I used to go down and visit my grandmother. There was one summer where I got up on top of the tree, was running. I broke the branch, and I just went down and just nailed it hardcore. Like, I'm pretty sure I twisted an ankle or sprained it or something. My grandmother just said, suck it up, because I was stupid for doing it. Now, this was when I was like maybe 6 or 7 at this time when this happened. So,
Okay.
well, of course, that was not enough to deter me from doing it again. The problem was, next time I went up there, I didn't realize this, but I was terrified of falling. So I was sitting there, like, holding on to the branch and crying. So my grandmother had to get a ladder, come up, and actually, like, carry me down.
Grandma saves the day.
Do you know what this reminds me of? And you might be able to tell the story better than me.
Grandma country.
He said a ladder.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
might know this better than me, but John's wife, Brittany, when she was younger, ate like a berry off of a plant.
I don't know the story.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of just throw her under the bus here because
Okay.
it reminds me when she was probably about that age, I'm guessing, and maybe you guys know it. Apparently, she ate a berry that was poisonous, or ate a plant that was poisonous, and had to go get her stomach pumped.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I don't know that
like
story.
2 or 3 days later, did it again.
That's funny.
No
That's what
sympathy.
that's what that reminds me of. Like, you do something stupid once and you don't think of it. You just like, hey, you know what? Let me go back. You know.
No, I look back and I know I was stupid for it way back then.
I wish I
So-
remembered the exact story with her, but it kind of reminds me of
I mean, I was just having fun imagining a 6-year-old Weston because even though he was 6, he still had a full beard.
that. Yeah, you know, I actually had the same thought. It's like his face now was like a little tiny body.
Makes you
He's
feel
just-
any better, I had a Batman cape on.
Yes.
And like a little cowl, one of those things that just
Oh,
wraps over the
heck
top
yeah.
and went down.
Hey.
And that's how I'd run across the trees.
For our Halloween episode, could you wear your Batman suit the whole time?
A young
No.
Bruce
Dude, I
Wayne.
feel like we should do that for Halloween.
A Halloween episode.
We definitely need to wear some sort of a costume. Absolutely. What day of the week is Halloween even on?
I think it's a Sunday this year. So
Is it? Okay, so
we'll do it like November
that works
1st.
okay, but yeah, so that also kind of reminds me of my sister when she was. I was in 7th grade, and I'm 9 years older than she is, so someone can do the math and figure out about,
Preschool.
It'd be about that, yeah. So I mean, young, right? She was playing Supergirl in the house, and jumped off of an end table thinking she could fly, and broke her arm.
You know, I'm surprised I never broke anything. But
I haven't either,
I was convinced
surprisingly.
I
Yeah,
could
me
fly
neither.
back then.
Me
I
neither.
was so
Wait,
convinced.
You've
of it.
never broken anything, Weston?
Well, not
Oh,
back
that
then.
okay. I was like, what about your pinky?
Well, I mean,
I remember
that was
that.
actually a fracture,
Oh.
not a proper break.
Well, I mean, a fracture break.
I did actually
like,
break my
it's-
wrist once.
Okay.
Wait, you and Dan both broke your wrist?
Mine
Yeah,
was
so-
my left wrist. Was that yours?
Mine was right.
Okay, we're good.
Left pinky, right wrist.
I've never broken a bone and I've never had surgery. Those are the two things where I'm like, holy
Yeah, me
crap.
neither.
I haven't either.
I don't have any insurance though, so if I have surgery now, I'm screwed. Like I'm not insured at
Yet you
all.
keep eating these things that can cause serious issues.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about the toe of Satan right now.
That's true. I think
That could be one stupid thing though too. I mean,
Yeah,
that-
you
there's
got a lot of
Or your,
those.
Well,
your
if we're
spicy
going
muffin.
Down that road.
yeah,
If we're going down that road, Jordan, this is an endless road.
that's true.
That's true.
And then there's another story like that I remember as a kid. You know those little tyke cars, like the orange with the yellow tops, like
Yes.
Yep.
I thought they
You-
were red, but go ahead.
whatever color they were, who cares? But anyways, the kid that lived across the street was pushing me in one of those down the sidewalk, and the front tires got caught on a crack, and I flipped that thing, and my forehead, I was in kindergarten, just scraped on the cement,
Ugh.
and it was bad. That's another thing. I had a lot of head injuries that might explain some of the stuff now, but
Explains a lot.
I don't know if it explains enough, though.
well, I mean, okay, so just head injuries I can remember. There might be some I don't. We had that one in kindergarten. We had my brother throwing a metal baseball bat across the backyard and just clobbering me in the back of the skull. That hurt pretty bad. We had for sure 2 concussions playing football in high school.
That you reported or that you actually had?
2
'Cause
that I report that I
I had a guy,
diagnosed.
I had a guy in
Never
class
reported
above
any.
me who had like 8 in his high school career and only reported 2 of them because I think if you get 3, you can't play anymore.
Yep.
And so he just reported 2 of them, and he was messed up by the end of high school.
There was actually a kid that had 2 concussions in 7th grade playing basketball, and he was never allowed to play a contact sport ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean that's yeah. So I mean it'd be
That
3.
that is a good thing though, because
Yeah, no, it's a good
concussions
thing.
aren't. You
It
shouldn't
is
mess
good.
with them.
No,
Yeah,
you shouldn't. But when I was it was my junior year, we were playing, and it was in Algona, I think. Yeah.
Doesn't he remember?
Well, I don't remember a lot of this. I remember watching the tape and knowing what happened from watching tape.
Huh.
And I grabbed this kid. He was going to try to get the first down. It's like I wrapped him up, and I fell backwards with him because if I took him down forward, he would have got the first. So I fell backwards. The first thing to hit the ground was the back of my helmet. And I just kind of like laid there on the tape. You can see this. I lay there for a little bit, and I get up and like kind of start swaying. And I wish I had this video. I don't know where it's at, and it's probably just long gone by this point because that was like 10 years ago.
Maybe Coach Beloit might have it.
He might. I need to ask, like, hey, do you have the tape of me getting a serious concussion and then going back and playing the entire game? Because I did. So I'm on the sideline, and I took a knee, and I was swaying back and forth, and you could see it on tape. And I guess my dad came down. He's like, hey, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Go away. And the coaches were like, Jordan, like, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, shut up. Like, just leave me alone. And I went out and I played the rest of the game. And then, like, the one thing you're supposed to do with a concussion, don't fall asleep.
Yeah, don't fall asleep.
I slept the entire bus ride home.
Oh, jeez.
The whole way home, I was passed out.
That-
and
That reminds me of a story. So there's a guy grade below me who he would get concussions because he was just crazy. Like he would, he'd try to get all the hits and all that. Well, one game, he'd always take a lot of like ibuprofen before a game. And
10 out of 10.
Who
and so
wouldn't?
then, yeah, and so then he also got this pretty bad concussion like halfway through the game. Well, we're watching film that next day or that next Monday, and we see like we're kicking a field goal, and we see him just kind of standing in the wrong spot. Like he's just standing there. Like nobody notices during the game, and he just leans over and pukes on the field, and it's just like nobody noticed it, and you just like see him on film standing there, and he goes, just pukes up water, and he's like dizzy like that, like he's just like walking like he's like stumbling back and forth, and like it was bad, and we like replayed it like a few times. Our coach like when we were watching it, he got like the pen and he drew around. He's like, so as you see, this is where he turned around, and this is where it landed.
Like just breaking down the trajectory of the vomit.
It was like breaking down the play, but it was breaking down how he threw up. It was so funny.
All right, so what he did is he turned to the right.
Yeah.
And that's a dead giveaway. There's something wrong.
Yep, that's exactly what he did. It was so funny.
Watching film was the best because he always highlighted and just replayed every time like one of our teammates get leveled or something. That's the best.
Yep.
Like, put it to music.
Yep.
Just watch it back and forth.
So the couple times you got hit is what you're saying.
Nope, I didn't watch that one.
See, what we gotta do is just get like a compilation to Boom by POD. Anytime Dan gets hit, boom, here comes the boom.
Or all of our football fails.
all of ours. Oh yeah, that except for
I
Weston.
wasn't in football.
That's why I said except for Weston.
So we'll find his tree
I
video.
have probably way more than most. So
There was no such video. Not back then.
being
Dude.
a left
Did-
tackle starting at 165 pounds. I
Yeah,
probably
how
got a
did
lot.
that work?
He went to North
I
Union.
went to
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much explains everything. They're a joke.
Did Logan ever give his story?
What's that?
The acceptable for Twitch embarrassing moment?
Oh,
No, he hasn't.
That's
Okay,
not gonna
so
happen.
we'll move on to that one.
Like I said, I'll tell you later, and then Jordan can tell you guys.
Yeah,
on
but you
stream.
said I had one while Dan was talking, or
yeah,
while someone else was.
Yeah, so I kind of two. So the one's pretty short. So I remember we came
It's
up here
going
to
on and
visit.
on.
I remember came up here to visit my dad's family one summer, and we went to the campgrounds, and we were sitting hanging out at the fire, and they had one of those like lanterns, like the
Tiki torch?
I think it wasn't a tiki torch. It was like one of those like lanterns. Like I don't know if it was battery powered or if it was actually like like gas or whatever. Well, anyway, I saw it. For some reason, I was like, that looks cool. Let me touch it. And so I pretend this is the.
So wouldn't that be hot? Not cool.
So pretend this pop can is it. Instead of just being like this, seeing if it was hot, I go full grasp it, and I
Firmly grasp it.
I firmly grasped it and just burned my hand. I had like 30-degree burns all of my my whole hand was covered. The whole rest of the weekend, I had to like hold pop cans and like ice packs and all of that. Like my hand was just destroyed.
Firmly grasp it.
But then, so that's the first one. The second one,
Well, how old were you?
when that happened, probably.
Last year,
Yeah, that's
Trevor said.
No, I'd say.
Couple months
gosh,
ago.
I don't know, probably like 5 or 6.
Oh.
It was definitely before I moved, so it was when I was pretty young.
Okay.
I remember but this other one, it happened to my sister actually. So we were, like, when we were really little, we'd like our mom would like put us on their bed and we watched TV because we didn't have I think we had one TV in the house. So we'd watch TV in her bed. Well, one time I remember me and my sister were like playing around and we were like falling back in the bed, like we'd stand up and then fall back. My sister did it once, and so she falls forward. And she hits like the bottom of the bed, like because the bottom of the bed came up was like the wood post on the bottom. She hit it with her face right here, broke her nose. Like her whole nose was so swollen.
She could have died.
Like Squidward.
Yeah, she literally it was
Firmly
bad.
grasp it.
It was bad, and I was like, I remember it was like, like when like you look at younger siblings and like even like I didn't do anything wrong, but I instinctively went, no, you're okay, shut up, don't do anything, don't say anything.
Don't tell mom.
Don't tell mom. I was like, why did I look back on it? I was like, why did I say that? Because like I didn't do anything wrong. She did it herself.
You like to tell people to shut up, don't you?
He tells me to shut up all the time.
You told Hannah to shut up not too long ago.
Wow, that's rude.
What?
Even talking.
She
Yeah,
she was
funny.
good
It's
talking.
really funny. So this was a couple of days ago. We were at I was at Trevor and Hannah's. We were watching Tokyo Ghoul because Hannah hasn't seen it yet, and I wanted to explain something from the manga that Trevor because I've read it and Trevor hasn't. So I was trying to explain something to Trevor, and I didn't want Hannah to hear because I didn't want her to get spoiled. I'm tired because we just played volleyball or whatever. I can't remember what we did, but I was tired. It was a long day. And so instead of being like, "Hey Hannah, don't listen," I said, "Shut up, Hannah." And so she's in the she's like back behind us, and she's like making food or something. Yeah, she's washing dishes, and she's like, "I didn't even say anything."
Oh no. I definitely have had a few moments like that where I would tell people to shut up and they weren't saying a word. I'm like, oops, sorry, like
Yeah.
wrong name. Like I apologize. There was one time though too when I was little, my brother and my sister were in the back of the car just, causing a ruckus like kids do. And
Ruckus.
they my mom was like getting really annoyed because they were just fighting nonstop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, and this is kind of the same thing. She goes, if you guys don't behave, there will be no toys or no video games for anyone when we get home. And I'm like, even me? She goes, yes, you. And then she sat there. She goes, wait, no, you're not doing anything wrong, so I guess not. So it's kind of the same thing, you know?
I would have said no for you, Jordan.
Just because it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
mean,
What more reason do you need?
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
The
should
last
probably
one.
keep
We've gone
moving.
crazy with that one.
All right.
Audience
I
is ready
was-
for us to move to the
I
next
was
topic.
enjoying that topic quite a
We
bit.
know.
Actually.
That's why we're
You
moving
can
on.
tell. That's why we're moving
It is
on.
a good topic. We probably go on a whole podcast about
We
that stuff,
easily
but-
could. All right, so Logan,
Yes.
you're the only one who hasn't gone
All right,
yet.
so
I
my
guess it's your turn.
topic kind of goes on the fact of what is something that you've kind of hated or maybe just not liked at first, but just over time through age or whatever it may be, you've kind of learned to love. The reason I bring that up is because for me, I just kind of never liked volleyball. I thought it was really dumb, and like I never really cared about it, and like
And now you're volleyball sensei.
and now
Now you have a uniform.
now I have a
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hold on. You have a volleyball
he
uniform.
played for like literally 1 week, watched some anime, bought the uniform from the anime, and
Yeah.
plays all the time
yeah.
now.
So I
So,
have a Haikyuu
We
uniform.
we give Trevor crap for like jumping onto like things hardcore. Then there's Logan.
Well, this is why me
Logan
and Trevor
gets
are
it
best
from
friends.
Trevor, though.
This is why me and Trevor are best friends. But yeah, so like basically, I've pretty much up until a few weeks ago, and like even when Dan and Trevor were trying to get me to watch Haikyuu, I was like, no, I hate volleyball. It's stupid. Why would I care about it if it's like volleyball? It's dumb. And then I finally started caving into doing it. I was like, this is actually pretty sweet. And so, yeah, like I said, I played a few games, and then I bought the jersey. I bought the zip up, so I look like a professional volleyball player.
He looks like a high school volleyball player from an anime, not a professional volleyball player.
What he said.
I've seen you serve, Logan. I don't know if you look professional.
It's until I play. It's until I play. Let's get that straight.
So you
But no.
look legit until you actually have to look legit.
There's
Yeah.
your cosplay for Halloween right there.
Yeah,
Just shave your head, you can be Tanaka.
I'm not doing that. But yeah, so like, yeah, what is something that you guys have like maybe had like a bad like opinion about first, and then kind of like, oh, let's give it a try, and then kind of end up liking.
I feel like every single one of us is going to have a similar answer. If you go back and think about different foods that as a child, you're like, no way, I'm not eating that.
I was gonna say I have something completely different, but go ahead.
But, I mean, just think about it. Like, all the things as a kid, you're like, no, I'm not going to eat that. That's gross. And then you grow up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is actually
Well, judging
really, really
by
good.
I still live off of chicken nuggets and pizza. Probably not.
Well, so that's the thing. Like, as a kid, like, the only thing you want to eat,
Chicken nuggies.
you know, like, just the most basic of foods, right? And then you grow up, you're like, oh, like, this is actually really good. Like, I love eating stuff with broccoli in it now. Like, I think broccoli tastes really good. As a kid, oh, God, no. Like, 6-year-old Jordan?
I actually really like broccoli as a kid.
See, I never did.
I
Like,
was weird. I like Brussels sprouts as a kid.
I like Brussels
some-
sprouts now.
I don't actually think I've ever had Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna be honest. I just had spinach artichoke dip for the first time in California, and that was so good. But as a kid, if you would have told me it was spinach artichoke dip, I would have been like, absolutely freaking not. That's
I
disgusting.
still don't like that.
Have you
Yeah,
tried it,
try it.
Logan?
No, that's why I haven't tried it yet. But I've like always been like, that sounds gross.
Dude, that's what I thought too. And then we went to a restaurant in California, and my cousin's wife ordered it for the whole table.
Mhm.
And I think I ended up eating like half of that thing. It was so good. Like, it was honestly one of my favorite things, and it was just incredible. So that, I think all of us could probably say something food related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, yeah, you know,
I hated steak as a kid.
What?
you monster.
You must have got along with
I
Cameron
can
pretty well.
appreciate it now. So there's that.
Well, I mean, when I was a child, I hated cheese. Like, absolutely abhorred it.
That's sad.
That makes me
It
feel
was.
really blue.
Shut your mouth.
Enough with your cheesy lines.
Moving on. Outside of food.
Dan's just like,
No.
how dare you make
Oh,
that
I was going
joke?
to go the other way. I loved cottage cheese as a kid, but now I hate it.
Oh, that would be a
Interesting.
good topic too. Like the complete opposite,
Yeah,
something
complete
that you
opposite.
loved and now you hate.
I-
But yeah.
But that's a different
Right.
conversation.
That's why I
Weston.
said another topic.
I was going to get your answer. Keep it going. Unless
Awesome.
Dan has his ready.
I have to think.
Surprisingly, when I first heard of them, I hated 21 Pilots.
Same.
Oh,
And
I
now I
didn't-
bet you
that was
wish you could
before
turn back time.
That was it wasn't me not listening to them, because I didn't at that time. I had a friend at college who was obsessed with them. She's who actually got me into them. But
were you like
she
reluctant?
was like
no, I don't
overly
like
obsessed with them. Like taking time off from school to like travel to Michigan and go to concerts and stuff.
Dang.
And I'm like,
Dude, that's the life.
this is stupid. I'm gonna hate these guys. And I literally just as in spite, hated them. And then I started getting into them. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite band. So.
That's how I was too with 21 Pilots, because you guys all talk about it and like love
they're
them.
fantastic.
And I was like, Trevor mainly bugs, because Trevor always likes to bug people if he doesn't. If it's something that he likes that you don't, you have to like it, and he has to get you to like it. Well, so I was kind of like that. I was spiteful towards 21 Pilots. I was like, no, I don't care. And then I started actually listening to them when their new album dropped. I was like, you know what? I can dig these guys. Like, they're pretty good.
Do you have one, Weston, or
I'm thinking.
I can kind of go with one, and I know Jordan's going to hate me for it, and I don't know how everyone else feels, and you'll have no opinion on this or whatever, but I got this because my dad texted me on the way back. So
all the way back from where?
On the way back from Esterville, on my way here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like just today.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Jeopardy. I don't know if anyone watches that, but Joe Buck is
Yep.
the guest host this week.
Oh,
Ew.
Okay.
Oh.
Exactly. So here's where we're going. You're all going to hate me.
I
My-
already
my-
do, Tim, because I
yes.
know where it's going.
Oh,
Are you gonna
Yeah.
say that you like Joe Buck?
Joe Buck is really good at announcing.
Get out of my house.
No, like now that I'm a broadcaster. For those that don't know what I do, like I can get maybe his voice. You don't like his voice delivery, but as a
no, it's
broadcaster,
his opinions because
It's
he's a
his
moron.
opinions. He's
no,
very,
he's actually pretty good at what he
No,
does.
he's not.
He's
Pretty much.
literally in
Watch him
love
in any
with Aaron
football
Rodgers.
games.
No, that's Troy Aikman. Aikman's the one in love. And that's why I tell my dad, it's Aikman that everyone hates. Joe Buck is actually okay, but Troy Aikman's the one that no one likes.
I don't like either.
No,
they
we
both
hate
suck.
Joe Buck.
They both suck.
Just give us Tony Romo, we'll be okay.
Dude, Tony
Tony
Romo's
Romo's good.
awesome.
We're talking about football announcers for people that don't know.
Joe Buck's
Weston.
terrible.
Thank you for explaining.
Yeah, football. It's the where they have that little pigskin thing and they go hiking.
Foosball
so
is
they
the
take that
devil.
brown thing and shove it between their legs and throw it to the next
Go
person.
sport ball.
Sport ball.
Yeah. But yeah, Joe Buck is actually a pretty good announcer.
Tim can't
No.
talk anymore. Mute yourself, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe Buck, I will never forget. The reason why I don't like him so much is the Vikings were playing the Packers one day. It was Aaron Rodgers' birthday. And every single time he would throw a completed pass, Joe Buck, in his stupid, whiny little voice, would be like, "Happy birthday, Aaron Rodgers." And I'm like, shut up.
Did you do that, Tim?
It was every
Would
time.
you do that, Tim?
Yeah.
Happy
Maybe, yeah.
birthday, Aaron
I don't like them
Rodgers.
because they are like, they definitely have their favorite teams. And it's like, I get that. Like, you can have
you
your
can tell the
opinions.
bias.
Yeah. Like, I feel like every time I watch them do a Falcons
shouldn't you
game,
watch
they
Troy
always go
Aikman?
for the other team. Like, you could tell they care more about, like, if Falcons Saints, they care way more about the Saints. Like,
Well, Drew Brees. It's the elite
Yeah.
quarterbacks they like.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I get, like, you can have
Or the
your-
Cowboys.
You can have your teams, you can have the players you like,
Yeah.
but like if you're doing that stuff, you need to be unbiased and like be just, you know,
See, and that's where
say how the game's going.
I guess I haven't experienced it, or now that I've looked into it more, I've seen it's more Aikman is the biased one.
Yeah.
Which
They're both
Well,
bad.
yeah,
Yeah, they're both-
biased
I would
for,
say-
for the
Cowboys for sure.
Yes.
But
Well, it's because he played
what
for
Joe,
him for
when
years.
Joe Buck gets me is when he gives all of his opinions about penalties.
Oh my
That's where
God.
it gets stupid because he's a moron.
He is. He honestly might be my least favorite TV broadcaster.
Outside of that, sure, like he knows how to handle himself on the broadcast for sure.
Mhm.
I don't mind his voice. I mean, he talks well. Just his opinions when it comes to mainly penalties is just stupid.
Yeah.
See, I honestly think that even like because he does baseball too. He doesn't just
Yeah.
do football. He does
does
baseball.
He does.
And when the Cubs won the World Series a few years ago, and I had to listen to Joe Buck call that, it
and he
actually
did a good job.
it literally made me sad having to hear his voice. I'm like, this is one of my favorite teams. They won the World Series for the first time in over 100 years, and I have to hear this moron call it. It honestly broke my heart.
To which
Did
I
it
would
really?
say you're thinking too much about it if that made you that sad.
It just, I don't like the
He's
guy.
being dramatic.
Jordan's always dramatic.
That's true.
Part of the job.
I'd rather have many other people besides Joe Buck, though.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
I agree.
Joe Buck did the Minneapolis Miracle, and I thought he did a great call on that.
See, that's
I think that play is incredibly overrated.
that
it-
play
it-
is amazing.
I
but-
mean, the
agree.
Saints messed up.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Vikings doing
Diggs
well.
didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
He turned around like, oh, I can go.
see, I think the best call of that was Paul Allen, but then is it Pete Burcich? Is
Oh,
that the
Pete
guy's
Burcich
name?
ruined it.
He ruined that call. I love Paul Allen. I thought Paul Allen just nailed it, and I was like, that is the perfect call. But then Pete Burcich the entire time, I'm like,
Just
oh my,
screaming.
I'm like, Pete, shut up. Just let Paul take this over. Like Paul Allen is perfect for this. He nailed the announcement of it, but Pete Bursic just overstepping because he's the what's it called? The analyst, not the. He's not the.
There's play-by-play and color. Play-by-play is the main person. So Joe
Yes.
Buck in this conversation.
So Paul
color
Allen,
is
though,
or Paul Allen. Color would be Troy Aikman, or analyst.
so
They say sometimes. but
obviously, your job is to be in the you don't overstep your boundaries, and he definitely did that kind of ruin that.
Yeah.
But how did we get on this topic now? Like this
because
is,
Joe Buck's good at his job,
no, he's not. He's terrible at his job.
and the Cowboys are terrible.
That's
That's
true. The
facts.
Cowboys
Tim's
suck.
opinion is
That is
he
facts.
likes Joe Buck now.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Yeah,
we
that-
can all agree the Cowboys stink.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, we will all agree that the
And
Cowboys
they're not
suck.
winning the Super Bowl this year.
No.
No.
or ever.
Weston,
Okay, so
did I stall enough?
I have a couple little things. So, the one that actually gets me the most, looking back, believe it or not, when I was a child, I hated video game music. Like when I was listening, like when I play video games, I would mute the TV and listen to my own music.
Oh, that's terrible, Weston.
It wasn't until I was somewhere in my teens when I was finally listening to it. I was like, oh my gosh, why would I ever not listen to this? You know, like it
Yeah.
was during some of
Valid
the
question.
Final Fantasy games, I was just like, how did I not listen to this?
Yeah.
You know? But as a child, I just didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a teenager, I couldn't get enough of it. I just let the game run off on the side, you know? So
there's some points where I can see that though, because I mean I'll admit there's a few times where if I'm playing a game that has its own in-game soundtrack, if you play it enough, you get sick of it, right?
Yeah.
Like some games, you
Minecraft.
Not if it's good.
oh my
Not if
gosh,
it's well made.
Minecraft soundtrack just all the way down at this point. I've played that game so many, like just so much. There's so many, I want to say thousands of hours at this point from streaming it every night. There's no way I could not listen to that soundtrack now.
Just gotta make it all Minecraft parody songs.
What was that crappy
Oh,
one
man.
that you were obsessed with and you made me listen to it like 8
Sicko
times?
mode?
Yeah, the sicko mode Minecraft parody. We went because it was the night that we went and picked up Logan in the blizzard to go get wings. I picked you up. We drove to Logan's house, went to get wings, and Trevor made me listen to the sicko mode Minecraft parody like 8 times in the car. It was so bad.
I find I get sick of the music in video games more for multiplayer games when it's monotonous, the same kind of thing over
Yeah.
and over again.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, the
I don't
latest
get-
Call of Duty one got pretty old in
Like,
the loading screen because it was the same thing every
Well,
time.
it was so loud.
I don't
Warzone,
play
turned it all the
games
way down.
like that.
Oh, yeah.
I play
So-
high quality
single player,
RPGs,
like-
so
I don't get sick of music in Oblivion.
Yeah.
or
I think
Skyrim.
I agree with Weston though. Like
Or
as a
Morrowind.
kid, and I was bad at skipping dialogue too. Like as a kid, I just wanted gameplay, and so like
Right.
I'd skip dialogue and I'd skip music. I'd turn it down. Just
So you
listen
just
to my
never
own
got
stuff.
the story of anything.
No.
So like
what you're telling
everything
me.
that you played early on in U2, like you really didn't.
No.
You didn't
get the
you didn't
best
get
of
the
it.
No,
experience.
like literally.
if it makes you feel better, I went back and replayed most of the old
Yeah,
games
I
with
did
the
too.
music
That's
Nice work, Weston.
because
that
I
is-
realize how important it is.
This is how bad I was as a kid. I actually enjoyed Sonic 06 as a kid because I didn't like pay attention to anything, and I didn't really like listen to music. I didn't do any. I just like sped through the game. It's like it's a good game. It's not a good game. If you play Sonic 06 now, it is not a good game.
I'm not gonna lie. When you first said that, I thought you said like Sonico was the name of the game, and then like it was number
The
6.
sixth edition.
Yeah, so that's why if you guys like watch it, you see that confused look on my face. I thought he said
Sonic
like
06?
Sonico
Yeah.
6.
My favorite's 3.
No, I'm more of a
Sonico 3.
Sonico 4
Sonic
fan
3
myself.
actually is.
I'm
one
quite
of
partial
Sonico.
to the 7th
Sonico
edition.
3.
Sonico 6.5. It's like Lion King 1.5.
Beta.
Yes. But yeah,
You got a second one, Weston?
Another thing that I learned to love, like when I was a little older, theater. Like when I was young, I hated acting, but I actually really learned to love acting in high school.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed being in plays and musicals, even just being behind the scenes, doing set construction and lighting. Like I spent countless hours up in the catwalks in that middle school auditorium because you know how they had an old middle school in Spencer, and then that's where we did our plays.
I'm going to request Jordan goes and creeps Weston's Facebook page and finds the one of him as Hitler.
Wait.
Hold up.
Well, that wasn't Hitler. That was actually J.J. McCabe from Up the Down Staircase.
It definitely looks Hitler.
Okay. Change the topic. Well, speaking of catwalks, I dropped my phone from a catwalk in the Sammy Center here one time because I was using it as a flashlight in my mouth, and it fell.
Dang. I
Did
would.
it survive?
Actually, yeah, it was an old flip phone.
Huh.
So the battery cover, the battery, and the body of the phone went 3 different directions. I'm like, well, that phone's
Dang.
screwed. And I just put it back together, turned it back on. Thing worked.
I would, going back to Weston, that is another one for me, is not only theater but just music in general. Like, I remember middle school, I quit band because I hated it. I was terrible at saxophone. Just didn't really like.
60 Sax Man.
I was literally that kid. Like, if you go to concerts and you hear the squeaking, like, that was me. Like, I just didn't know how to play. Like,
You're like Squidward playing his clarinet.
Yeah, and I didn't care. Like, that's the thing. Like, I didn't care enough to put the time into it. But so then I started football in high school. We got a new like assistant coach who was the choir director, and he's been a choir director forever. Great guy. Well, he's like, hey, you should come try show choir out and just give it a shot. You might like it. I was like, no, there's no way. Well, so like a week or so, he convinced me to go. I was like, fine, I'll give it a shot. I go. I'm like, okay, I can get down with this. And so I did show choir that semester, and then I joined actual choir. Did choir the rest of my high school career, and then into college. 2 years I did in college, and then I ended up doing like show choir. I got into the musicals. I did. That's how I got into theater. Like I did. We did Sound of Music my senior year, and I played Rolf, and that was great. Like that was cool. Like I liked that stuff. And it's like, I would have never done it in high school if it wasn't for him. Like, cause I just like, this is stupid. I'm not one of these guys. I'm not a theater kid.
I just thought of something that is totally. Because you said something I made fun of and now I love it. That actually, Minecraft. Legit. Okay, so in high school when that game first came out, like it was even in alpha or whatever, like whatever year that was. When I was in high school, my junior year, I guess it would have been like 2011, everyone got MacBooks. Every single student in the high school had MacBooks to use.
Yep.
And
that's disgusting.
Well, that's a Spirit Lake move.
It is.
We had iPads.
Okay, well, we had MacBooks, so suck it. Anyways,
both of them can.
Neither one are good. I will admit, neither one are good. Chromebooks for the win. I have a Chromebook somewhere, but anyways, the.
Oh, you spoiled kids in your 1-to-1.
It might actually be in that bin. I don't know. Maybe. That's still not put away from when I rearranged this whole room.
I just see Rangers tennis ball.
Oh, is that where that went?
Yeah, it's down here.
Okay, cool. Anyways, there was so many kids that would get together, and you guys know Zach, like Zach Westy, from he's been on this channel a few times. I specifically remember him and a bunch of other people playing Minecraft, and I would actually make fun of them. I'd be like, why would you play that stupid game with the blocks? Like, it looks terrible. Nothing about that seems fun. I'm like, it's just the worst concept for a game ever, and now I stream it almost every night, and that's how I make a living, is like by streaming Minecraft.
Tables.
Jordan's about to get roasted at his 10-year anniversary.
Oh my god, dude. That'd be in 2 years.
That'd be funny.
In 2 years, it'll be my 10-year anniversary. Yeah, let's not bring that up at the class reunion.
Zach will.
Well, no, because Zach was a year ahead of me, so
he'll just come and be like, hey, remember how you made fun of us for playing Minecraft? And then everybody just roasts you about, hey, don't you play Minecraft now?
See, I don't think anyone from high school other than Zach really even knows that I stream on Twitch, because I just whatever. Yeah. Actually, there's one other person, but that's beside the point. But yeah, I would always make fun of it. I would constantly be making fun of it. I would just say, yeah, those nerdy like kids over there, like whatever, like like I don't remember exactly what jerk of a high school Jordan would say about it, because I will admit
probably the same stuff you'd say now.
I was
just true because he's still a jerk.
Looking back on it, I was kind of a douchebag by making fun of it that much.
You don't need to say was.
Tim, turn off your camera.
You don't have to be so tense, Jordan.
Turn off your camera. So anyways,
get in your corner.
Yeah, go in your corner. So yeah, I would always make fun of it, always make fun of the kids playing it, and now I think it came out on PlayStation 4 and it was 2014 maybe. I'm trying to think of when I actually started streaming on Twitch, because it was actually the first game that I ever streamed. My buddy and I were playing it. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. Speaking of which, he goes, hey, we should stream this. I'm like, we should what? Like, I never even heard of Twitch at that point. He's like, yeah, have you ever heard of Twitch? I'm like, no. He goes, it's a website. You stream your, yourself playing a game, and people will watch you, and there's a chat, and they watch it live. I go, people are going to watch me play Minecraft? He goes, yeah. I'm like, that is the absolute stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And I remember having this conversation with him. Yeah. Like, Straight up, I'm like, that is the dumbest thing ever. He goes, well, no, just give it a shot, because if you don't like it, you're not out anything. Like, just see if you enjoy it. See if it's something that you'd want to do. I'm like, I already tell you I'm gonna hate it, but I guess I could, like, whatever. And here we are 7 years later, and still doing it. It's like the favorite thing that I do.
Yeah.
Is just getting up. I can talk to a bunch of people, just play a nice chill game. Like, it's almost like background noise to a conversation, almost. Like, I don't know if I'd play Minecraft near as much as I do now.
Steal money from children.
That's
pretty much.
That's not how this works, sir.
No, that's how this
I mean,
works.
to be fair, what you just explained, that's basically how it is whenever I explain Twitch to someone who has no idea what Twitch is.
It's a like a default.
Like for my
response
parents,
most
for example, they're like,
adults.
"What does Jordan do?" And I'm like, "You see, he plays video games, and people pay to watch him." And they're like, "What?"
Do we have like VODs of your old?
They go, why
No,
don't they just
so-
play the game themselves? It's so
I want to see
dumb."
like
Yeah.
first.
There you go.
First,
Do you watch
Okay,
football?
so
Why don't you just go play football yourself?
when I was
That makes sense.
first
Ooh.
starting,
Sound like Adam Sandler.
Sorry.
It's like I'm saying.
when I was first starting Twitch, I didn't want anyone to know that I did it, because it was still a stupid concept to me.
Yeah.
So I did not have VODs saved, and I would delete any clip that
You
people
fool.
made. Because
Oh.
I know I hate the fact that I did that now, because I think going back and seeing
be
just
so
how
funny.
terrible the setup was. Like, I mean, I can pull up VODs or like, things from 2000 and I don't know, let's say 15 or 16 on this account, that not this one we're watching on right now, but like my personal account
About
now.
like Wayback Machine.
Yeah, so not even Wayback Machine, like there's clips and there's uploads from 2017 that are still, or 2016 that are on that channel, or that are like, we could go back and we could see old clips of me playing way back in the day.
Let's see what I can find.
And well, there's gonna be one.
The one that I always see pop up is you and Tom playing baseball.
Yeah, that's because that was like a highly viewed clip, or what. It's like if you sort by most viewed, that would be one.
Mm-hmm.
But let me go look at my profile super quick, because I guarantee you that if I go videos and I just go even uploads, right? Because I know for a fact at one point, yeah. So this one right here, 4 years ago. It is from 4 years ago, and it might be the worst. Like, you can just tell. It might be one of the worst quality things of all time. And we just look at this.
I almost forgot
Like-
Beardless Jordan.
I know.
That was
it's
a
weird,
bad
like,
time.
It's weird. Like, I met you as Beardless Jordan, but I can't see you as anything else.
Like,
now.
look at how terrible a quality this is. And, like, this is what I use.
Are you looking it up?
Are you sitting on a couch? Where's that couch?
That's down in his basement.
That's the couch that was in the basement, and then I took a blue blanket and put it up as a backdrop so it wasn't a white brick wall. I taped a blue blanket behind me. And so, like, that's the quality that we had back then. That would actually be kind of fun to go back and, like, see stuff like that now.
That's funny.
But yeah, it definitely is one of those things, though, where I hated it. Starting out, I was like, this is the worst idea ever. There's no reason why I should like this at all. Like, it's such a stupid concept.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's my favorite thing that I do. It's weird. So just, also, Trevor just sent me a friend request on Twitch.
Aw.
I didn't know that was the thing.
I didn't, actually, I'll accept it. Holy crap, a lot of people have sent me friend requests on Twitch. I don't even know who half these people are.
I don't even know who you are.
Where's Trevor?
He's the Thanos of Twitch.
Know who you are.
Took everything from me.
How do they sort this? Oh, there he is.
Probably from earliest to latest.
Nope.
But
Because he
not
just sent it to me, and he's
Yeah,
like,
it's in the
here.
middle.
There's no.
Alphabetical.
Nope.
No, it isn't even alphabetical.
Because the
Is there
first one
Steve
starts
the
with an
Pirate
M.
in there?
Oh, that's dope.
I think he said that's dope, and I'm like,
We'll talk
That's
about
dope.
that. We'll
Alright,
figure it out
probably
later.
We should
be
probably
wrapping
end
this up a
it.
little bit.
Yeah, this has been going on for a long time. So, is there anything else you guys want to add?
I
Yeah.
think that's
Right
The
all.
all.
audience
Good,
is
yeah.
ready for it.
Think
to
we're
end.
good? Okay, so
I'm
That's
hungry, too.
I'm
all,
hungry as
folks.
well.
I've been waiting.
I'm super hungry as
you
well.
guys should have went to the restaurant with me and waited really long because they were short staffed.
Oh, you went to
Or
Jimmy
you could've
John's.
just
It's
done what I
freaky
did.
Yeah,
fast.
come on.
Ate
We're not
first.
fast at all.
Freaky fast delivery.
All right.
The guy
Not
said
waiting.
the guy said they normally have 5 employees. There were 2 there.
Dang.
Sad day.
That's because no one
No
wants
one
to
works
work now.
Yeah.
But
They
yes.
make more money by not working.
Moving on,
Those-
we should end this
closing
thing
up.
here.
All
Those
right.
2 guys were killing it.
Good for them. Jimmy John's guys, very cool.
Good
All right, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah.
We're
No one
gonna-
likes
we're
the
gonna call
Cowboys.
it tonight.
That's
Thank
all,
you.
folks.
All right, so this has been episode 13 of Uncalled For. So thank
That's
you so much.
unlucky.
That's an extra donut.
I want a donut. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hit that follow button if you're watching here on Twitch, and hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Otherwise, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, we are live on twitch.tv/Huge Media Studios, and we post the episodes section by section the following week on YouTube, youtube.com/Huge Media. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next time.
Peace
Take
out.
care.
See ya.